Awesome. So I'm joined here with Ben. Ben, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Ben. I live in Washington. Uh, I love to ride my dirt bike and I love to get results for my clients.
Awesome. So Ben's obviously in the Work From Anywhere Accelerator program. And so Ben, why don't you tell us a bit about how you came across the program and how you came across Christian in general?
So I was actually part of a real estate or creative real estate investing program before this, and it wasn't really working out for me, but I was already learning quite a bit about marketing. So I was thinking to myself, well, maybe I should take a course that's going to give me all the tools I need to be able to reach out to other real estate investors and do the marketing for them.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
that's kind of how I came across Christian. Actually, because once I actually started looking it up, his targeting was perfect, and I started seeing his videos.
Nice. And so like what were some of the first steps that you took when you joined the program? Was it to just dive headfirst into Facebook ads, or were you like, okay, great, like let's figure out how I can apply this to, what I want to do with real estate investors?
The first thing that I did was I was trying to figure out how I was going to start reaching out to people because I wanted to get that going as fast as I could. And then I just started going through the program module by module, and here I am.
Nice. And so how did you find the support and kind of the training that was built into the program for what you were after, especially like the client acquisition end?
Oh man, it gives you, I mean, all the templates, all the scripts to reach out, all the do this and do that. It's perfect. All the support from you guys is great too. If we have any questions, quick responses.
Awesome. Appreciate that. So what I guess like what channel are you using right now that you find is like the best for you with the folks you want to be after?
For me, it has been cold emailing.
Cool
I,
email.
I haven't had a whole lot of luck with LinkedIn. Well, I shouldn't say that. I got about maybe 5 or 6 people that were interested, but they were all like brand new or had only been doing it for 6 months. And it's kind of difficult to necessarily build something with those people because of budget constraints.
Yeah, they just don't have the cash flow for it.
Yes.
Yeah. So obviously you've had some pretty awesome successes since joining. So why don't you tell us a bit about some of your more recent wins?
Well, I'm hopefully going to be closing a new client here in San Diego who's currently doing like 12 flips a month or about
Nice.
$100,000 a month. And we're going to try and take him up to doing 20. And then just before him, I started working with another gentleman in San Francisco who's a real estate agent, and we're trying to get him deals going in his about 600 to $1.2 million range. And we've already had about 2 solid deals coming in so far. We're working on getting some more.
Nice. Awesome. That's epic. That's that's gonna be awesome. Um, so yeah, I mean you've kind of honed into your niche there then. So I mean you already basically came to the program knowing
Yeah, I already knew which one I wanted to be in.
yeah,
There wasn't very much of a question there. Not a whole lot of stuff
good.
interests me. I mean, it'd be difficult going after like car dealerships uh, or property managers or anything like that. But there's one more niche that I'd like to try, and I'd like to try working with like motorcycle dealerships, specifically in dirt bikes.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've ever seen anything done to good effect with those,
It's,
or
it's I mean it's nice and niche, which is the good thing.
yeah, definitely. I don't think there's anybody else that does that.
Exactly. Everybody's after the car dealerships, but I mean, the last thing you think of, and you probably should think of it more, more so first up is motorcycle and even like the recreational vehicles,
Yeah,
ATVs, dirt bikes. Like
because
these
they
guys need
make like $5,000 or $6,000 off of those things pretty easy on a sale. I
exactly.
mean, a brand new Polaris Razor costs you like $30,000. So,
Yeah, yeah. That's a great, great market.
I've been thinking about reaching out because I'm actually sponsored through a couple of different companies for riding or racing my dirt bike, and I've been thinking about reaching out to them and trying to get them on Facebook. I know a couple of them do it, but a lot of them don't, and I don't know if
Yeah,
they've tried and didn't get results or if they just haven't even thought of it yet.
it's a good chance they just haven't thought of it yet. I've actually never come across anybody that does ads for motorcycle dealerships or
Yeah,
ATV or anything actually. Now I'm thinking
because
about
there's
it.
there's all kinds of aftermarket companies out there. I mean, there's like freaking 30 of them for goggles, like 20 of them for helmets. I mean, anything you could buy for a dirt bike, there's plenty of people out there. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. So how long have you been in the program now? It's been a good little bit, right?
I think it's been like 3 months. I'm gonna go back to my
3
calendar.
months. And how
1, 2, 3.
fast was it until you hit that first client?
My first paying client, it was like, was it? Yeah, it was July when I got him. Mid July was when I got him. So it was about
Nice.
2.5 months in. I had 2 trial clients before that, but they didn't end up turning into anything.
That's not bad at all. I mean, that's nice and quick, which I think really shows just, when you're laser focused on what it is that you want, already coming
Yeah.
in knowing exactly what market you want to go after. That's what made it work.
Yeah, just got to put in a lot of time. So
So what would you say is like your best piece of advice to someone who either like hasn't got their trial client yet or hasn't got their first client, but I mean, because I know you've probably seen some of those challenges. What's the biggest piece of advice that you can give to tell them to get past that barrier and just like rock it into either their first trial client or their first client?
well, that's kind of one thing that I've been fighting with in myself recently, and I would probably just say it's all your fault. So if you haven't gotten one yet, you're probably not doing enough, or need to change something. Or if you haven't got one yet, awesome.
The big big mindset thing that I know
Yeah,
everybody deals with.
it is, because like I'll be sitting here and I'll start feeling sorry for myself. It's like, oh man, it's not working. I'm not doing anything. It's like, oh wait a second, I'm gonna go send like 100 cold emails right now.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's one that I mean, even I mean, as many times as I've done this, I'm sure Christian as well, as many times as he's done this. The that's one that always resonates. No matter what, you always kind of forget that at some point, and then once it strikes you, you're like, right,
Yeah,
that's why. That's
yeah.
exactly why.
That's really what it comes down to. And I have to like check myself often to make sure I'm not doing self-sabotage or getting lazy.
Yeah, yeah. Those are big struggles. It's yeah, I'll admit as well. But that's absolutely phenomenal. Great piece of advice there. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you for whatever reason, what's a good way they can get in touch with you if you want to share that?
I mean, you can message me on my Facebook profile, or I probably don't want to give out my phone number here, but I mean, probably just my Facebook profile would be the best to reach me at. Just Ben Rosendale, and there'll be pictures of me riding a dirt bike all over it. Can't miss it.
Awesome. Awesome. We'll link that in the description on Facebook and YouTube and all, just in case anybody wants to reach out to you. But also, I really appreciate you taking the time. That's some phenomenal insight, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing some more wins as you dive down. And
Me
actually,
too.
to see you get some wins in the dirt bike realm. That'd be really interesting to see you absolutely crush that.
I
I
know.
think it's pretty open.
I might have to bring that into the ad spy session and see if we can find anything.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Bring it in. We'll find something for you. But that's awesome. I appreciate you taking the time, and yeah, we'll see you soon.
All right, perfect. Thanks, Jamil.